a good beer at Disney? Disney, what are you doing?
What's up, beer lovers? Welcome to another episode. Today is a very special day. I'm with my buddy Trey, and we're going into Disneyland's California Adventure. Now, you may think that that doesn't make any sense, that Disneyland is just for kids, but think again. Today is the very last day of their Food and Wine Festival, and they also serve amazing beers. So Trey and I are gonna go in there and try as many beers as we can. Trey, are you ready?
Let's have some beer!
Let's have some beer. Alright guys, so my first beer up is called Honcho Hefeweizen. It's from Mother Earth Brewing Company. This is a 5% hef. I love Mother Earth beers, so let's see how this one tastes. Cheers. It's very light, very crisp. You get a little bit of banana off the aroma. The body itself is not that heavy hef feeling that you get off a lot of these style beers. It's actually extremely refreshing. It's got a nice, crisp, clean finish. There's hints of clove kind of throughout the entire body. All in all, I mean, this is a great beer to drink on a warm day like today.
All right, beer lovers, so up next we have from 21st Amendment Brewing, probably one of my favorite names ever for a beer because, hey, without that amendment, we wouldn't be here drinking. So, hey, it is a Mexican style lager. It's called El Sully, so let's give it a try. I mean, it sticks right to your I guess your typical lager, very light, very drinkable. It comes in at a 4.8%. This is a beer that you could drink at Disney, you could drink it at a football game, you could drink it when you're around family. It almost reminds me of a cider. It's very, very light, very drinkable, very refreshing. It's probably about 85 degrees out here right now. I could drink about 10 of these. It's pretty good.
All right, guys, so the next beer I'm trying is from Black Market Brewing Company. It's called Deception Coconut Lime Blonde Ale. It's 4.5%. I love coconut, I love lime. It has a beautiful golden color to it. It's time to try it out. Cheers. Wow. So they didn't overpower this beer at all. In fact, it's extremely subtle. That coconut and that lime flavor is very, very subtle. The aroma smells like your typical style blonde ale. It's got that bready, slight biscuity aroma to it. When you get in, the body is soft. It's actually got a really smooth mouthfeel. It kind of reminds me of a cream ale. It probably can be a little bit more creamy. But the coconut and the lime, they're not trying to be the stars of this beer. They still understand that this is a blonde ale, and that's the most important aspect. But it's still there, and it adds just enough to give it a nice little accent and make this a delicious beer.
All right, guys, so up next we have from Bear Republic Brewing, the Red Rocket Amber Ale. I love red ales. I know this is gonna be really good. Oh yeah. Salty, sweet, bready, malty. I mean, look at the color. Very, very red. Guys, you can't beat this. If you're into red ales, to amber ales, this is gonna be right up your alley, seriously. Oh, it tastes just like bread. It tastes like you bit into a loaf of bread. It's very, very malty, very salty. A little bit of sweetness there on the end. You're gonna get a lot of love for this beer. It's really good.
All right, guys, so the third beer up is going to be called Una Mas. It is a amber lager. It weighs in at 5.8%. It's from Left Coast Brewing Company, which is in San Clemente. I actually really love that brewery. I plan to go there for a future episode. This is a great way to just kind of try out one of their beers that I haven't had yet. So, una mas, here we go. Wow. So, this thing is very light on the mouth, but you get a strong malt presence. It's not overpowering. 5.8% is actually, you know, makes it sound more intimidating than it actually is. There's not a lot of hops or anything like that. This is a amber style lager, but man, the malts are delicious. It definitely is playing the main role. It's definitely the star of this beer.
All right, guys, up next we have the Torpedo Extra IPA from the world famous Sierra Nevada. So Sierra Nevada, you know, you can find it on every shelf in your local grocer. So I'm super excited to try this. I've never had it. I've had a few beers from Sierra Nevada. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Slancha. Oh yeah. Your typical West Coast IPA, very piney, a little bit of dankness on the end, onion, citrus, very, very dank beer. Oh, and as you can see, it's got a nice little head on the top. Oh yeah, very drinkable IPA. Comes in at 6.8%, so I love it.
All right, guys. So the next beer I'm trying, I'm really excited about because I've had it before. It's called Tangerine Express. It's an IPA from Stone Brewing. It's 6.7%. I love IPAs. I love Stone Brewing, and I love Tangerine. I already know I'm gonna enjoy this, but let me just try it anyways and tell you guys what I think of it. Man. This is everything I love in an IPA. The aroma has that citrus, zesty, just really refreshing aroma to it. And then once you dive in, you get the strong hop presence, these citrus hops that are just fantastic. On top of that, you're getting tons of tangerine flavor. It's not overpowered. It doesn't taste like you're drinking some kind of extract. It feels like you just squeezed a fresh tangerine in an ice cold beer and drank it down. It is fantastic. I love this beer. I'm pretty sure it's getting mass distributed, at least on the West Coast. If you get a chance, try to find this beer. I promise you won't regret it.
All right, guys, up next from Drake's Brewing Company in San Leandro, we have the Black Robust Porter. I've kind of grown into the darker beers, so stouts, porters, so I'm really excited for this guy. Brings in at 6.3%, so a little bit lighter side for a porter. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Slancha. Oh. Coffee, a nice cold brew, a little bit of raisin, bready, a little bit of maltiness there at the end, a ton of coffee. As I continue to drink it, I'm definitely getting the coffee, cold brew, espresso, a lot of coffee notes. If you've tried Maxwell House before, you know it's big coffee. I don't know what direction they were trying to take with this beer, but it's definitely a coffee-forward beer. A little bit of raisin, grapes, slight maltiness there at the end.
Alright guys, so on our way to the Hollywood backlot, Trey and I decided to grab a beer. And I decided to pick up the Anaheim Hefeweizen. Now this is a 5.5% beer. It's from Anaheim Brewing, right here in Anaheim, California. I already drank it, but let me run through the aroma and flavor for you. Okay, so the aroma itself is packed with that banana aroma. I mean, I've had a lot of hefts. They don't always have that strong banana presence. This is there in spades. It smells a lot like banana Laffy Taffy. Just picture that in your mind for a second. Now it comes to flavor. Oh, man. I cannot rave about this beer enough. When it comes to hefts, I'm very picky, and this thing is awesome. It's got that strong banana presence. It's got a little bit of clove in it. It's heavy, but it's not too heavy. It's just got a nice medium body, very smooth mouthfeel. I mean, it's like velvet on your tongue. This thing is absolutely delicious, super drinkable, and man, if you get a chance, try to find the Anaheim Hefeweizen. I guarantee you'll love it.
All right, guys, so up next we have the world famous Sculpin IPA. So roll out the red carpet. This is the one, guys. This is the epitome of the West Coast IPA. Very dank, very piney, your typical West Coast style beer. I'm super excited for this. I already know what to expect. You know, before I even ordered the beer, I'm like, hey Jeff, what is this? Sculpin. He knew automatically. So let's dive right into it. Sunshine. Citrusy, dank, resinous, woody, piney. It's just, okay. Ballast Point, we already know. Ballast Point is a phenomenal brewery. This is a very, very drinkable beer. And at 7% for an IPA, this is a very, very tolerable IPA. Like, this is a wonderful beer. You already know about Ballast Point. You already know about Sculpin. And the wonderful thing about Sculpin and Ballast Point is they've tried a bunch of different styles of Sculpin because people fell in love with the original style, which, I mean, Jeff, come on, it's phenomenal. If they were like, hey, do you want this? Oh, is that a Sculpin? Yeah, let me drink it. So, with that being said, so good.
All right, guys, so I decided to go dark this time around. The next beer I'm trying is called Black Butte. It's a porter from Deschutes Brewery. It weighs in at 5.2%. It's got a beautiful, just black, muddy, murky color to it. It's time to dig in. Let's see how it is. Oh, man. Oh, this is absolutely delicious. I'm getting a lot of like light creaminess out of this. I can't explain it. It's not typical of a porter. You still get the smokiness out of it, but at the same time you're getting a lot of chocolate, a lot of cream. It reminds me a lot of like a milk stout, if a milk stout was a porter. There's also this undeniable presence of coffee. It's in the aroma, and then it's really in the body, but it's not overpowering. One thing I experience a lot when it comes to beers that have coffee in it is that they overdo it. This does not overdo it at all. It's subtle, it's there, you get it, but it's only there to enhance the flavor. This is a beautiful, beautiful beer.
All right, guys, up next we have from Barley Forge Brewing, Nom Nom Mango. It's a 5.8% Hefeweizen, big time mango. This beer is a favorite of mine because at one of Jeff's competitions, this beer won #1, and for a few reasons: taste, presentation, and honestly, look at it. Come on, you can't beat it. So let's dive right into it. Slancha. Mango puree, mango jam, very light. I don't even know where to begin. So right off the bat, you get a little bit of breadiness, a ton of mango, just mango, peach, papaya, but obviously, you know, Nom Nom Mango, you're gonna get a ton of mango. So if you love mango, if you don't love mango, you will love mango. This is gonna be the beer for you. It's a 5.8%, it's very light, sticks right to the Hefeweizen characteristic. Guys, don't look any further, seriously.
Well, look who decided to join us. Welcome to the party, guys. John, you know him from previous episodes.
How we doing?
He's here to try out some beers with us.
All right, let's get started.
Disneyland. This is my first review of today. What I have here is actually a nice little flight set that we got going on. My first beer I'm going to try here is Bottle Logic Brewing's 714 Blonde Ale. We're looking at a 4.8 ABV on this thing. As you can see, I actually do like my blondes, not just my beers, but my women too, but we'll get to that another time. It's a different YouTube channel, right? So as you can see here, it's a nice golden blonde, right? It's beautiful, it's nice and bubbly going on, and so let's check it out. Yeah, it tastes like an average blonde. I don't think that it has like a uniqueness to it in any way. It's delicious, but it tastes exactly like what I would expect from a blonde. So after my initial taste here, I definitely get a lot of like honey and bread. It's actually like a honey bread, you know. You taste all the
Honey Nut Cheerios.
like Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah, so like Honey Nut Cheerios. It tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, but there's no milk. So okay, don't think that there's like a taste of milk. All right, it's just Honey Nut Cheerios, like you would out of a baggie or something if you were 5 years old. Alright, so next on my flight is actually going to be from Backstreet Brewery. It is their Heritage, which is a Hefeweizen. Alright, so it's not as clear as, say, the blonde is, okay? Which is what you would expect from a Hef, okay? Let's go ahead and see what we got. So definitely with the smell, you got a little bit of honey going on. Clean, crisp, quite delicious. The finish is real smooth. You're definitely tasting some cloves on the finish, but you get hit with that honey up front as well. It's very clean, very crisp. Actually great on a nice hot day, like it is here today at Disneyland. So I would definitely recommend the Backstreet Brewery Heritage Hefeweizen. So next on my flight is actually from Anaheim Brewery. It's their 1888, which is a California Common. It's a 5.5 ABV. You can tell it's definitely darker, okay, than my other two beers are going to be. It's got a nice sweet smell going to it. Not honey like the other two, but it's definitely sweeter. Lots of nice clean malts, good taste, nice finish. It kind of lingers a little bit right now, which I kind of expected, but I believe it will go away with some time. It is a darker beer, and it is maltier. So you get the sweet smell, but the malts really are just like hit my tongue like right away. Like my palate definitely is experiencing a lot of malt flavors. Definitely a beer that I would actually like get again, and I would love to actually visit the Anaheim Brewery and check out some of their other beers they have going. So my next beer on my flight here is actually from Unsung Brewery, and I've been to Unsung, and it's actually a really cool brewery, okay? What it's called is Propeller Head, and it is a American Red Ale. And it's on 6% ABV, so it's higher than the other three, which is what I expect. Now, red ales are actually one of my more favorite types of beers, but this specific beer actually has notes of coffee in it, which you get the scent of the coffee like immediately. But I want to see what it actually tastes like before I give you any judge here, okay? So the coffee is definitely not overpowering. It's very light and crisp, okay? But definitely you get that malt, that delicious malt flavoring, right? And I actually was kind of hesitant about the coffee in this beer, but I actually feel like it's opening up the flavors more, which is just delicious to me, okay? This is an amazing American red ale.
So the next beer for me is called La Morena. It's a dark lager. It's from Anaheim Brewing Company. So I've already had a couple beers from them here today and I really enjoyed them. So I'm excited to try this dark lager. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers. So the aroma is light, but it's biscuity, it's malty, it's bready. Then when you dig into the body, you get this delicious caramel on your tongue. And it's still got those strong malt flavors in there as well. It's crisp, it's clean, it's smooth. As a dark ale at 5.6%, like, this is fan-freaking-tastic. I could drink this all day long. The malty body is just overwhelming my palate, but it's still a light, crisp, clean finish. You don't feel like you're overwhelmed with anything at all. This is a great summer beer. I plan on drinking this a couple more times today. Cheers. All right, guys, so we've reviewed enough beers at this point. It's time for us to kick back and have fun at the happiest place on earth. Let's get bombed! Yeah! California Adventure did us dirty. We got our beer in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Let's Have Some Beer.
Let's have some beer!
Cheers!